Considered eccentric for years, these days Merve Wilkinson's opinions are getting much more attention. His voice bridges two worlds: the environmentalists who don't want any logging and an industry that wants to log everything. Which is one of the reasons why in 1993, Merve Wilkinson arrived at the end of the road, on the Kennedy Lake Bridge, with 1,100 other protesters. The battle was over one of the last stands of the ancient rainforests on Vancouver Island. The protesters launched what was to be the largest road blockade ever in BC. Through it all, Merve Wilkinson saw an opportunity for compromise between the logging industry and the protesters.
It was largely through his convincing the very angry young people out there that it was clear-cutting, not logging in itself, but clear-cut logging that had to be stopped.
You'd written to cabinet ministers, you'd phoned your MLA, you'd written letters all over the place. You had pointed out in no uncertain terms that the further devastation of Clayoquot Sound was absolutely stupid and unreasonable and unintelligent. So then comes the point that you have to do something to further, and civil disobedience becomes the answer.
Sir, you're under arrest for contravention of court order.
So in the end, Merve and Ann decided to add their voices irrevocably to those of the protesters. They were arrested, defying a court injunction to clear the road for the logging trucks.
The decision to get arrested at the Clayoquot blockade was very difficult, but almost inevitable, because both Merve and I had done everything we could towards the same end, towards saving the destruction of those old-growth trees out there so needlessly. So the day we went out there, we weren't really planning to be arrested that day, but we were so much welcomed and applauded and for being with them that we felt we really had to go all the way in being with them. So we did. And we were the very last to be arrested, the last 8 to hold the bridge. And there were 8 of us that stood across here, only we stood this way.
That's right. And we were standing, you and I were at this end, if I remember rightly. And then,
At their trial a year later, Merve made a speech that had the rest of the courtroom applauding. The judge declared him magnificently unrepentant and sentenced Merve and Ann to 100 hours of community service.
Recognizing that it's just about 3 years since we stood here. So, was it worth it?
Yes, definitely.
You think it was?
Yes, because there's been so much has happened in the small ways all over since then. Yes, but it did make a lot of people aware that a change had to come, including the government. And so we got a little bit of a change from them. They haven't moved as much as they should have.
No. You think there's a better plan?
Yes, there is much more awareness of the value of this area, other than for timber. We wouldn't have had the 2 conferences at Husset, for instance, that we've had since then.